In 1260 AD, the Arab world was under the looming threat of the Mongol invasion, which had swept through the Islamic world like a devastating flood, leaving no city unscathed and showing no mercy to anyone, young or old. Baghdad, the capital of the Abbasid Caliphate, had fallen to the Mongols in 1258, sending shockwaves across the Muslim world, as it seemed that everything was on the brink of total collapse. At this critical time, the Mongol forces, led by Kitbuka, were preparing to invade Egypt, the last stronghold of the Muslims in the face of this overwhelming force. However, in a small place in Palestine called Ain Jalut, they were met with an unexpected surprise, a battle that would be written in golden letters in the annals of history. Preparations for the battle. The Mamluk leader, Sultan al-Muzaffar Saif ad-Din Qutuz, knew that a confrontation with the Mongols was inevitable and that standing against them was a historical responsibility. Thus, he began mobilizing the Egyptian army and rallying the soldiers with unwavering determination. The Egyptian army took position in Ain Jalut, a strategic area that served as the gateway to the Levant, ready to face the Mongol hordes. Thanks to Qutuz's strategic brilliance, he managed to lure the Mongols into this area without them realizing the carefully laid trap. The Mamluk forces were prepared to fight with a special tactic that relied on speed and agility, an effective weapon against the brute force of the Mongols. On the morning of September 3, 1260, the battle erupted. The confrontation began with the Mongols advancing, confident in their belief that victory was theirs as it always had been. But with his military expertise, Qutuz divided his army into three parts and ordered the front lines to retreat gradually upon engaging with the Mongols. This retreat was carefully calculated, leading the Mongols directly into the ambush set by the Mamluks. Once the Mongols were deep within the trap, the Mamluk army attacked from all sides. The battle was at its peak when Qutuz removed his helmet and shouted to his army, "Wa Islama! O Islam!" a cry that echoed across the battlefield like a call to arms, igniting an unstoppable fervor in the hearts of the soldiers. At that decisive moment, the tide turned in favor of the Muslims. Kitbuka fell on the battlefield, leaving the Mongol forces leaderless, like a lost flock of sheep. It wasn't long before the Mongol army was crushed, and the Mamluks achieved a resounding victory. The Battle of Ain Jalut was not just a military victory, it was a turning point in the history of the Islamic world and beyond. Thanks to this victory, the seemingly unstoppable Mongol advance was halted, and the myth of their invincibility was shattered. Qutuz, through his genius and bravery, preserved the dignity and independence of Egypt, and indeed, the entire Islamic world. The name of Qutuz remains forever linked with this battle that changed the course of history, with Ain Jalut standing as a symbol of victory and an unbreakable will.